Good afternoon. This is the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Socorro, Texas. It is September 19, 2023, 5:30 p.m. We call this meeting to session.
Good afternoon, everyone. We'll be starting with item number 2, establishment of quorum. I'll be taking roll call. Andrew Arroyos,
Here.
Enrique Cisneros,
Here.
David Estrada, absent. Julie Dominguez, absent. Osvaldo Reza.
Here.
We have quorum with 3 commissioners present. Item number 3, notice to the public, open forum. Lisbeth, do we have anyone that would like to speak?
No, we do not.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 4, consent agenda on the approval of meeting minutes of September 5th, 2023. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyos to approve and second by Enrique Cisneros. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried. Moving on to item number 5, consider and take action on the proposed approval of preliminary plat of East Wind Hills Unit 1 subdivision located at Gateway West Boulevard, being tracks 11-B and 11-B-4, Robert E. Nix, survey number 302, Socorro, Texas. Mr. Botella?
Jose Botello, planner with the City of Socorro. Item number 5 on the agenda is the East Wind Hills Unit 1 preliminary plat. So it might seem a little familiar. The rezoning for this property was approved by the Planning and Zoning Commissioners on September 5th. The item is currently heading to City Council next week on September 28th to rezone from unclassified to ICMUD. The area for the property is 66.44 acres. It is currently vacant. The future land use map had it listed as a single-family residential, and the request is for approval of a preliminary plat for East Wind Hills Unit 1 subdivision, and Planning and Zoning staff recommends approval of the preliminary plat for East Wind Hills Unit 1 subdivision. And so here you'll see the location map. It's within the city limits of the City of Socorro, as you can see with the purple line being the city limit. And the zoning map showing the current designation as unclassified, followed by a few pictures of the property from Gateway Boulevard West and from Roaring Springs Drive, and an aerial image showing the area of the property, followed by this is one page taken from the traffic impact analysis that was provided to us. And sheet 1 of 2 for the preliminary plat, followed by sheet 2 of the preliminary plat. And to conclude, the request is for approval of the preliminary plat for East Wind Hills Unit 1 subdivision. And at this time, staff can answer any questions.
I want to make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyos to approve, second by Osvaldo Reza. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried. Moving on to item number 6, consider and take action on the proposed approval of preliminary plat for East Wind Hills Unit 2 subdivision located at Gateway West Boulevard, being Robert E. Nix, survey number 301, El Paso County, Texas. Mr. Botella?
Good evening, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. Jose Boteo, planner with the City of Socorro. Item number 6 on the agenda is the East Wind Hills Unit 2 preliminary plat. Unit 2 is abutting Unit 1, so the property sits right outside the city limits. There is no zoning designation for this subdivision as it is within the Socorro's 2-mile ETJ. The property area is 630.38 acres. It is currently vacant, and the summary of the request is for approval of the preliminary plat for East Wind Hills Unit 2 subdivision. And Planning and Zoning staff recommends approval of the preliminary plat for East Wind Hills Unit 2 subdivision. And so in the next slide, you'll see the location map. You'll see the purple line, which outlines the City of Socorro's limits, and the property with the hatching is the 630 acres. And these are pictures similar to the previous plat, the same area, Gateway West Boulevard, and a picture from Roaring Springs Drive, followed by an aerial photo of the property, totaling 630 acres. We were also, they also submitted traffic impact analysis for the subdivision as it is connected to East Wind Hills Unit 1. Followed by the preliminary plats. This is sheet 1 of 3, showing the northern portion, of the property. Followed by sheet 2, the southern portion. And sheet 3 showing details of the property. And to conclude, this is a request for an approval of the preliminary plat for East Wind Hills Unit 2 subdivision. And at this time, staff can answer any questions.
I've just got a couple of questions. 630 acres is a lot. So I know they're planning to do the electrical facility out there, a trucking gas or diesel substation. Are they, I'm guessing eventually there's going to be some residential and further manufacturing or development out there. Since it's not in the City of Socorro limits, it's not in the Clint city limits, if in the future they decide to incorporate, would they incorporate with us? Now I know incorporation is always extremely difficult under current Texas law, but I guess they would have to self-determine that once that development happens. And there's nothing, I guess that's where we're at right now, right?
Yeah, and it makes no sense for it to be contiguous, so it makes more sense to
Come to
come to
Socorro.
the city, because they're really far from.
And it's right abutting to Socorro city limits, right? Yeah. Has the developer mentioned maybe any future development plans out there? I mean, other than what they've already brought, 630 acres is just a lot of land out there.
It is, that we're aware of, no, but the southern portion is where there's a portion that is within the city limits of Socorro, and that's where there's an industrial development.
Mhm.
And then south of that is a large residential area, and that one, I believe, is also coming in the near future.
Mhm.
But that's what we're aware of at the moment.
And then I guess the last question I have is, the Clint Land Holding Company LLC, that's privately owned, right? It's not an entity that's part of Clint City proper, I
Yeah,
guess.
from my understanding, yeah, that's a private entity.
Okay. That was the only question I had. Thank you. Make a motion to approve?
I second.
I have a motion made by Enrique Cisneros to approve, second by Andrew Arroyos. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried. Moving on to item number 7, Planning and Zoning Commissioners Report.
No? Never did.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 8, Planning and Zoning Department Report.
I don't have any new items to report, just to remind everyone that the first week of October, we're going to be kicking off our comprehensive plan update with the community, an event on Friday. And invite everyone to attend and to share the email blast once they start going out.
Thank you, Ms. Camito. Moving on to item number 9, consider and take action on the adjournment of this meeting. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have? I have a motion made by Andrew Arroyos to adjourn, second by Osvaldo Reza. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Any abstain? Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned at 5:41. Thank you all for coming.